Everybody, so we are back. This, of course, Armin. You guys can find me at Arminis and at Comic Book Cast, and I'm here with Mitch.
What's up? You can find me at Mitch692.
So we are here to do the breakdown for the Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer number 2. So without going too much into all that nonsense, let's just get right into the breakdown. And right as we get into it, Mitch, here's our first scene opening, in this trailer. And honestly, I really like this. It kind of grounds Scott instead of going right into like the big action scene that a lot of trailers seem to want to do nowadays. It's like, oh no, look, family man, and he's very well aware that he's not the superhero he should be.
Yeah, and it's also nice because she kind of alludes to wanting to be Stature.
Uh-huh.
You're just like, I want to be like you, and it's like, yes, you do, be Stature.
Right.
So it gives credence to those rumors that they've cast an older actress for Cassie Lang for Avengers 4.
See, that's exactly what I was thinking, and that would be rather interesting if they were to take that. And you also just got to think about, like, I like this dynamic that they're putting in here because there's not many characters in the MCU, if any, that are a deadbeat father who can't do anything right. And it's like Scott Lang is like, look, oh man, I'm on house arrest as well. Like, he's got to explain this to his daughter, so he's probably going to tell her about how he fought for what he believes is right and everything, which that's honestly quite awesome. So I'm really excited by this prospect.
And it's perfect Scott Lang. Like,
Yep.
that's Scott Lang down to a T. He is the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's always trying to like be that dad at the same time.
Yep. So I really like this opening, which takes us directly to the next scene where we get our first look at Giant Man. Now, obviously, he's not as tall as last time we saw him in Civil War, but we see him in a quite hilarious scene of trying to stop the criminals, but he's doing it the Scott Lang way, where it's causing more chaos and I guess damage than he would probably want or need to cause.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting idea as well. No, how he tries to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he does the typical go for the front thing and try and slow it down, which doesn't work if I look at the trailer. Just keeps going.
No, it doesn't look like it works at all. And this, of course, goes hand in hand with the scenes we've seen in the first trailer. So this is during that San Francisco chase where we know Ghost is chasing the crew that's in the back of the van and everything. So quite clearly they're going to split up. And in the next shot, we actually are going to talk about what they're chasing. Because we see the bad guy here, he actually has Pym's building, which he shrinks down. So this guy's stolen it. And in the other trailer, we also see that he makes it to a boat in San Francisco. So this is going to be quite a long chase sequence from what I can understand.
You can kind of piece it together with the last one because you see Hank shrinking it down, like he picks it up with that little handle thing that's the piping or whatever, and then they have that chase, and you can see Hank with that building in the chase as well. So like, and you'll see Ghost like going through cars, so you can kind of see how it all gonna piece together.
Right. Yeah.
So it looks like more typical Ant-Man stuff, whereas like they get creative with all the powers.
Oh, I can't wait. That's probably one of the highlights of this trailer. Along with, here's our really good look at Wasp walking, and what we actually see behind her right back there sitting on that little, like bench, table, I don't know, corner seat. I can't really make out what the hell it is. That's one of the bad guys that's actually been, cast for the movie. So he's going to be a little bit more prominent. I'm guessing she was talking to him or interrogating him. Then she's like, oh, your henchmen are here? I'm going to go destroy them before I get back to you, so...
Yeah, I think he's the one that everyone's saying is Taskmaster. Is that why Taskmaster, of all people? I don't know, but...
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Ghost and Taskmaster team up. I mean...
Yeah. That's it. Do they even own Taskmaster?
Yeah, that's a good deal, yeah.
That's where I've heard people ask that question before, and they're like,
yeah, it's kind of like a dodge, like, I don't know, we haven't looked into that yet, so maybe.
Yeah. It'd be a good spot for him as well. Like.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. But I do like this scene. I think it's good. Kind of our first, big reveal of it, and like we hear her being like, oh, maybe you should have a partner, and that's kind of what this leads into. And speaking of the partners, here we go. Here's the crew that everybody's excited for.
They absolutely did the right thing with this.
Yes, they did.
It's like, you want Michael Pena back, you've got Michael Pena being Michael Pena.
Yep. And a lot of people are going to be confused. Why are they in suits? They are actually ex-con. that is their company name. And as you can see, they're selling security and stuff because they're pitching themselves as, hey, we're ex-cons who know how to break into your stuff. Buy our security because it's not going to get broken into.
Smart idea.
Dude, it's so smart. I'm already laughing at the idea of how stupid these guys are going to be, and I haven't even seen the film.
Yeah, I'm certain as well. We've seen their van for that, and it's a little Easter egg on it. I'm certain, but I can't remember what what it is.
We'll actually talk about that just a little bit because I did take a screenshot. I just kind of talk about that, which brings us to this next scene here. Once again, it seems like Hank Pym can't go anywhere else but here, and I'm assuming this is probably because, well, one, he's trying to stay off the radar because, as we see in the last trailer and just briefly in this one, they're surrounded at one point by, like, the feds. So, like, they're trying to steal his tech. Maybe they're worried it's going to mess up reality. I don't even know. Like
Yeah, it's weird because Pena says that he knows he's opened up the quantum realm.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that's kind of big news and that's why they're getting surrounded, because obviously everyone knows now, but...
Right, which, honestly, it brings us to the scene of the quantum realm and kind of gives us an idea of the insanity in there, and we get a glimpse of the ship, which we saw in the last trailer, but we didn't really get to fully look at it in the most detailed way, so it looks pretty good. Like, I like the way it looks.
It's very Doctor Strangey.
I was thinking that same thing.
And obviously, like, the end of Ant-Man, where it did, like, the kaleidoscope stuff. It looks really nice. It's really different.
It does. I
also reminds me of, like, those films where they have that tiny little sub and they go inside people.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say. Like that's kind of what it's reminding me of, and I like that it's a consistent vision through all the movies of like what these realms are looking like. You know, it's just kind of that nice consistency. Which in here we hear that whatever he did helped create Ghost, which we got a nice good look at the villain. So, rather interesting that they're going with Ghost, and I'm sort of excited by this because I think it's a cool character, but I really hope that the villain is fleshed out. That's the thing.
Yeah,
so,
like, Ghost is one of those characters, it's one of those Iron Man villains that no one gives a shit about.
Yep.
It's like, no one really cares about Ghost. It's like an E-list villain. Like, it's like, perfect for Ant-Man. just give Ant-Man the Iron Man villains. Be done with it.
And we even get a look at her kind of like this lighting power, like when she's like shifting, phasing. I don't even know what to call it. It's rather interesting looking, so I like what they're doing with it, but I feel like she's probably going to be pretty terrible and just a plot device because the villain is going to be the man in the suit. And that's like my big feeling on it.
Yeah, I can see that. But it's nice that she doesn't look like Vision.
Yep.
It's not just another Vision. Oh, she's just going to have that little light line where she's going through everything.
Yeah.
It makes it look to me like she's trapped between the quantum realm and ours.
Right, like she's like flipping through it. That's why maybe she can phase through things. Like she's ghosting through them.
Yeah, like it's kind of an America Chavez thing, kind of not. She just jump between, and that's how she gets through everything.
Yep. So after that, this is the scene I was talking about before. This is where they're surrounded in the back by everybody. They're chasing them. So quite clearly, this is when they are on the run and they need all the help they can get. So
I can imagine they're like trying to bury the building here.
Yeah. Yep.
I just dump it in the middle of nowhere so no one can find it, but...
Burying a building, or maybe this is some sort of old facility he has or something that's kind of just remained here and, they don't really know. Like, I could see either one of those working out because I'm assuming he's going to have some sort of secret facility or something that's off the radar to hide out in.
So why wouldn't you? Especially Hank Pym, who's like, no, it's my pimp out.
Right, exactly. And after that, here's an ant playing drums. It's unexpected. It's nice to know they kept the ant. Oh my god, this is something right here. This scene is something, I'll tell you.
And of course, an ant would be a drummer.
Of course,
Got the amount of legs for it.
That's all I gotta say about that scene. Moving on, and this is the big scene right here. So in the quantum realm, we see Scott. He's floating around, and this is the very brief scene where Janet flies by. So
you also see her again in another shot very briefly. You have to really look at it because it just looks like it's Vanishing Lily.
Yep.
Because you just see the wings and it shrinks, but if you actually pause, it's a red suit, so it's clearly Janet.
So,
but no, it's nice that they actually hinted at Janet without really hinting at Janet in this.
Right, it's like you got to know what you're looking for and what's happening. And honestly, I'm really excited at the idea of them going back into the quantum realm and just exploring it from like this different point of view now that they know it kind of exists. And they're probably going to give us a bunch of techno babble on how dangerous it is. But
and none of it will make sense. Like,
oh yeah, of course. Which
it shrinks the distance between atoms. Like, that doesn't work.
Yeah,
but
sure, whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah, comic book. Which then we take to the next scene right here. We got a really nice look at both their armor standing side by side. Now, yeah, this looks like it's going to be intertwined in some sort of, giant building sequence or anything. I feel like this is probably towards the end of the movie where they agreed to be like, no, this is the mission, right? Like, this is what we gotta do.
Yeah.
So
it looks very much like the old Hank Pym building.
Yeah.
Like, it looks very sterile.
Yeah,
it's just a white glass.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling too. I was like, I wonder if they're somehow bringing that in, or is this like the new building and it's just due to the fact that it was stolen, they're doing some sort of weird, I don't know, thing with it. Which brings me to the next shot, which we do see the building pop up in the middle of the city, like in a place it shouldn't pop up now. That kind of makes me think, is this like the ending like we were just talking about, or is this like early on in the movie when it's being stolen and maybe gets dropped or something? So
I can see it being like the second act.
Mm-hmm.
Like the end of the second act. But
yeah.
That's going to fuck up a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this and how it goes from there. But I do like it. I feel like this is going to make for some great visuals.
Oh, yeah.
And also, don't forget, there were those reports still at San Diego Comic-Con for the people that saw some of the pre-visual footage. Apparently, Scott Lang is going to get as big as he can, and he's going to be fighting a giant, like, centipede creature thing, or whatever they were saying. So, clearly, there's going to be some more size manipulation stuff happening with other things, which will bring me to talk about something in just a little bit. But I'm rather excited by that, which, here we go. If we go to the next shot, here's Pena. If you look right at his shirt, you'll see XCon written on there. So that is their company. And this is actually an Easter egg from the comics where this was a thing where, Scott Lang was part of this like team. They're like, no, look, I'm an XCon, so...
Oh, was that in Spencer's run?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep. I knew I recognized that from somewhere.
So...
yeah, XCon security.
I'm like really glad that they're using that because it's such a cool concept. And once again, just knowing that these guys are also going to be involved in the action sequence, this seems like, everything is coming together and going to pull them all back together towards just one story and one common goal, I guess you can say.
And it's also nice to see Pena's going to be shrinking.
Yeah.
Pena's going to get even smaller than he already is.
Oh, it's going to be quite awesome. And then the final shot here, we have Lawrence Fishburne as Goliath. He's boasting about how he was Goliath. And yeah. So just by this, it's confirmed. No, he definitely worked with Hank Pym, and they were both using the shrinking and size enhancing technology, because he's just open like, nah, I got to like be like 16 feet or something, So they're like, this is what makes me think that he's gonna be the villain.
That's an interesting idea.
I feel like it's that whole type of, we were old friends, and like they're gonna somewhat make it like maybe he was responsible for Jan getting lost or something. Like it's gonna be like this thing that's uncovered, because I feel like he's maybe sort of gotten jealous that he doesn't get to do the Goliath thing anymore. It was kind of taken away by him by Pym. So I don't know, I'm just feeling like he's gonna be a villain.
That's very much Ant-Man 1 now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there should be mine. Like you did me wrong.
Yep.
I don't know. It could be interesting. Like I would have thought you get Fishburne for a reason.
Yeah.
So I could, maybe, and not just waste him like other people. But
that's like my whole thing. I'm like, I would assume if you're getting him for something more than 2 scenes where he's boasting about the Goliath tech and then he never appears again. I feel like you have to do something. Maybe in the 3rd act he'll be like, oh, let me suit up one more time and and do this, and that'd be freaking awesome. And maybe he is a good guy. But I just feel like if you get someone like him who can chew the hell out of scenery and still make it entertaining, I feel like he'd be a great villain turn at the end. So,
I mean, it could be interesting if they do it right.
Yeah,
I like the fact that the sizes aren't set.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh no, you shrink, you have to be this small. You grow, you have to be this big. It's like, no, you can you know, we see him at the start of the trailer. He's not as big as Civil War, and then
Yep.
obviously he goes 65 feet and he was in the river. So it's nice that they can play about with that and not just have to go, oh yeah, we're this big and then we're this small.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Even though we kind of knew that from the last one with the quantum realm stuff, but
Yeah, I'm guessing the bigger he gets, the like more taxing and the less time he can spend in that form.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, well, how much size do I actually need for this scenario? And I'm fully willing to believe that in this movie he's gonna go like 100 feet tall, just to be like, oh damn, like skyscraper size. So
he'll shit.
yeah,
That, like, it's barely moving.
yeah, it's gonna look quite awesome. But overall, I think this was a good second trailer. I wish they would have released this before. I know why they didn't like release it before Infinity War, but it would have been nice to have this attached to it because I think it would have got a lot of people talking. But people are gonna be talking about it nonetheless because it's a really good trailer. So
I didn't even have Ant-Man in my Infinity War screening, which
Oh,
surprised me. It's like where is it? Like you would
yeah.
have thought.
we
Well, I
ha-
suppose if they released it like the Monday after or Tuesday after, like what's the point?
Right. Yeah, we had the first trailer attached to it along with like Venom or whatever, but I think this trailer is going to do a good job. I've already seen more people buzz about this than they were the first one, which definitely because it's a great trailer. So
It's a shame they've alienated an entire one of the biggest markets in the world.
yeah.
So it kind of it's a nice trailer. I really liked it. I'm excited. Kind of been kneecapped, so I'm going to know everything a month before. So well done, Marvel. You kind of fucked
Yeah,
yourself over.
yeah, that's terrible. But overall, we're both excited. This is a great trailer, and I can't wait for the marketing to kick off yesterday. And now the next 2 months is going to be full of marketing. So,
Next 3 months is going to be full of marketing.
yeah, so yeah, well, there you go, UK. So get hyped for Ant-Man and the Wasp.